Raleigh's buzzing. We're buzzing right now with the Canes in the Stanley Cup final. Sure, we'd all be feeling a little better if they'd have won last night, but it's early. So much hockey to play. The point is, there's still tons of excitement and lots of hype. But is it enough? Should we be more excited, more hyped? Kind of a weird question, I know, but the conversation is happening, and it sounds like the conversation starts at RDU.
Just touched down in Raleigh here for game one of the Stanley Cup final. No airport signage? No airport signage? No welcome to the Stanley Cup finals? No airport signage? Really? No airport signage, like, at all.
That's Timmy Takes, online guy, goes to different sporting events across the country and gives his takes. And when he came here, when he came to the Canes, his take is that the airport could have shown a little more support. And he's not alone. There's a whole Reddit thread about this, too. Now, you might hear this and think, Dan, give me a break, man. That's ridiculous. Do signs really matter that much at the airport? Well, yeah, actually, they kind of do. You see, airports, their features, landmarks, artwork, and signs play kind of a vital role in how a city presents itself to any visitors, to the rest of the world as they enter our little world here. This is something that has actually been studied for years. An architecture firm called Gresham Smith worked on airports in Florida and Virginia. They wrote this, quote, "Airport entry features are a declaration of identity to the world. They mark a threshold moment as travelers transition from the familiarity of home to the anticipation of their journey ahead," which is basically a really fancy way of using tons of words to say airports make a first impression. There are tons of examples of airports going all in on sporting events held in different cities. Kansas City is hosting some of the summer's World Cup games. The Kansas City airport there has World Cup signs all over the place. It's decked out. Santa Clara hosted this year's Super Bowl, and so San Jose Airport put up big signs. They had the Patriots and the Seahawks logo and getting people fired up as they landed. And it's not always a finals or championship event. Check out the Indianapolis airport in 2024. The city was hosting the U.S. Olympic swim trials, and the airport had decorations all over the place. So it kind of makes sense that there are questions out there about RDU and the Canes asking, is Raleigh a hockey town? And I know maybe many of you are hearing that and saying, again, are you kidding me? The city loves hockey. We love the Canes. There are signs all over the place outside of the Lenovo Center, not just the playoff ones. These are ones saying specifically Stanley Cup final right there on them, getting people excited for this. You have all kinds of signs and murals downtown, like this one in Glenwood South, and another one outside of the Convention Center. The George Washington statue in front of the old Capitol building downtown. The guy's wearing a Canes jersey. He's got a scarf on. It's not even cold out. It's summertime. Look at the turnout in Moore Square for game one. Everyone showing up, lawn chairs, blankets, all watching the game together as a community. The watch party at the Lenovo Center was so popular, getting a ticket for game two at one point meant waiting behind more than 12,000 other people in the queue. We are one of the loudest arenas in the league. Other NHL players and teams say it all the time. We have sold out every seat at the last 165 consecutive home games. But he goes deeper than just the Canes. Remember Caden Beasley? He's from our area. He was one of the stars of Team USA's sled hockey team at the Paralympic Winter Games. They won a gold medal, and he's one of the best players out there. Our youth programs are top of the line. 2 junior Hurricanes teams won national titles this year, the 18U team and the USPHL elite team. The list goes on and on and on and on. Raleigh loves hockey. Raleigh loves the Carolina Hurricanes. The team even appeared to respond today to the whole conversation, posting this photo of the crowd outside of the Lenovo Center, the caption saying very clearly, Raleigh is a hockey town. But are we? Yes, again, there's no doubt Raleigh is a town that loves hockey and loves the Canes, but are we a hockey town? Because that's a high bar with a lot of history. There's a difference. Right? There's a lot of comps. Let's take the Montreal Canadiens, the oldest team in the NHL. They were founded in 1909. The Maple Leafs, Bruins, Blackhawks, Red Wings, the Rangers, they round out the original 6. Cities where winter is long, ponds freeze, and hockey games happen like pickup basketball. Raleigh, we have our neighborhood pools. They have their neighborhood rinks. All of these teams were founded at least 100 years ago. Now, I'm not saying Raleigh doesn't have great fans. I'm not saying Raleigh doesn't have the best fans. I'm only saying that if you're over the age of 29, it is impossible to be a lifelong Canes fan. They were founded in '97. That's just the math. A hockey town is built on time. Generations of people under the same banner, wearing the same colors, cheering the same team. The people in those cities don't love their team any more than Raleigh loves the Canes. They've just been doing it longer. Now, I know this has turned into a bit of a hot take, but it's not meant to be a slight. Quite the opposite. We might not be a hockey town yet compared to some of those other teams who have been in the league since the very beginning, but we are becoming one, and I think that is better. Those people in Montreal and in Detroit and those other places, they get to be born into these well-established hockey towns, but we get to say we laid the bricks and hopefully a few signs at the airport. Just one game in the books and the hot takes are flying, okay? Hopefully that one made it into the net. Maybe you deflected it. Icing, I don't know. I know that you have opinions on this one. I want to hear what you have to say. Send me an email, 7 p.m. at WRAL.com. Where do you stand on this topic? What else should we be talking about on the news when it comes to the Canes or anything else? Tell us what's on your mind. We'll go in depth here at 7 o'clock.